And we're live.
Yeah, what up? It is your boy Big Easy coming at you live today. It's another Wednesday. Happy Hump Day here at Home Team Huddle. Listen, guys, today we got a special one for you, right? Today we have, being though this is live, right? Today was supposed to be our chat with Ed, but you're getting the two sexy bald guys coming at you right now. Myself, Ronnie G in the house.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Hump Day. So glad that I get to share the screen today with the one, the only, Eric Zarazad. What's up, brother?
Man, I'm good. Living. Man, it's been great. If you guys have tuned in the last couple of weeks, we've had some seriously good content here. Even Monday, with our guest that came in this past Monday. Man, it's been great. The future shows we got coming up for you are going to be even better as the year goes on. We got the whole year planned out already. Our guests are pretty much scheduled, ready to go. Everybody's giving positive feedback. Man, you want to know something we've never really asked for? Your feedback. So, if you guys can, on the post today, go ahead and leave your feedback, right? If there's anything you want to see, anything that we could do better, man, leave your feedback so that way we could try to provide you with that and make ourselves look a little bit better. How about you, Ronnie? What's up?
Well, it's been interesting. Usually I'm behind the camera here and I'm helping to produce the show. But what's been really interesting is since you started it, Eric, a couple of weeks ago, what is this, show 5, I think, right now?
Yep.
So
since yeah.
Okay. So since you started doing it, it's been very interesting to see the viewership and the audience grow. Whereas in the beginning, the first one that you did, we only had a couple of people that actually tuned in, and then we had 5 people, 10 people, 20 people. We had 150 views, 100 views, whatever. And it's been very interesting to see the show grow and see the audience start to grow and see people really talking about it. I really like seeing some of these guests like Chris Alessio drop some real nuggets. And I think the other day having Samantha Roach on, that was really interesting to hear her talk about how she kind of mixes in a lot of her personal life into her social media account, which is something I want to talk to you about today, about some of the tips and tricks to really help grow your social media platform and grow your audience on social media.
Heck yeah, man. I know we saw the email today that you put out of all the social media content, presence, posts, everything that has come out for the month of July. Listen, if you guys, unless you're living under a rock, you have no idea, who Home Team is, what they're about. But our social media is beefy, man. And I mean, it's not because of the peers, it's really because of the support, you know what I mean, from you, from our business development staff, to really push that message, right? That it's really all about exposure in this industry. You can't be a secret agent. The more people can attribute your face to what it is that you do in this industry, whether it's title, insurance, credit repair, mortgage, realtor, you really have to have some type of social media public presence, man. And I know the month of July has been great. I know since we became powered by movement, it's been on another level.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, and it's funny you say that you can't be a secret agent, right? So let's talk about social media. Samantha dropped a lot of knowledge, very humbly shared her strategy and what she does. And the thing that I'll say about Samantha is I think I met her the first time about 2 months ago. She came down here. She did an event down here with a title company she does business with. It was a really good event. And it was weird actually meeting her and talking with her the first time, because I even said to her, I said, I felt like I knew so much about her. I knew where she lived. I knew who she lived with. I knew about her twins, knew about all her workouts. I knew the places that she goes to because she shares so much of it. And let's be honest, mortgages they're not sexy, right? We run out of things to talk about. How many times can you talk about credit? How many times can you talk about LTV? How many times can you talk about VA lending? You know, it's not sexy. So always involving your personal life in what you do on social media is a great way to keep yourself top of mind and keep yourself in the algorithm of social media. I don't care if you use TikTok. I don't care if you use Instagram. I don't care if you use MySpace. I don't care if you have an AOL email address.
No.
Keep staying in front of your clients, making sure that everybody in your world knows that you do mortgages is the whole reason for social media, you know?
It really is, man. It really is. And again, man, sticking with Sam a little bit, you know, it's powerful, man. There's some of us that, you know, we don't really have a lot on our plate in the personal life, right? Especially when you come in as a new LO, you know, depending on your situation, right? But if you really think about, dude, a single mom, twins, a new career, coming from the corporate world. It's almost like when you come from the corporate world, and you could speak to this, man, because we kind of did, right? I want to say like our biggest enemy is time.
Yeah.
You know, in the corporate world, you have so much structure, right? That when you come out, you lose those chains, and you really start to feel, how do I put it? You really start to feel that entrepreneurial pressure. You know what I mean? Because it's really there. So to have someone on as a guest who not only has the entrepreneurial pressure, you got
Mhm.
your day to day, right? You got your
Yeah.
bills, you got things that happen outside of your control. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then on top of that, you got two twins. You got to get them ready for school. You got to get them ready for it's a lot, you know. And that's why I wanted to start that conversation with that, because coming from a guy who was raised from a single mom by a single mom, I mean, man, it's just powerful to see those women out there, you know, just plugging away and try to make it happen and not taking no for an answer. You heard her first, right? It's I'm a hustler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I loved it. I loved that part of it. And yes, you know, we do see the social media kind of gurus and everything. Guys, all of her business, the majority of her business comes from social media. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And the other thing I got to say too is that, um, you know, you can't fake if you're showing all aspects of your life, right? You can't fake that, because
No.
if you're being real, you're being real, and it's really difficult to put something fake out there. Like, there are people that will curate their content to always only show them fully clothed in like great outfits, or only show them doing whatever. And to see her at the gym sweating, to see her, you know, with the kids, you know, doing whatever in the house, for her to share all of that, and then show her, you know, at professional events, that really curates real life that you cannot fake. It's real. You can't fake going to the gym. You can't fake, you know, taking the kids to school, doing the drop off every single day, getting the kids ready, you know, doing play dates with the kids. You can't fake that. And that's why I feel that when people come to me and they say, "Hey, how do I do my social media?" And I say, or they say, "Oh, I wish I had a camera so I go out and film." I'm like, this is all you need. All you need is you know, your cell phone. That's all that you need. If you have your cell phone, this camera on the cell phone is just as powerful as, you know, a $5,000 camera or a $10,000 camera. You're not shooting videos to put onto a movie screen. You're shooting videos that are going to be watched on a phone. So if you're shooting videos that are going to be watched on your phone, shoot it on your phone. That's what it's made for. You know, you're not 95% of the people that are shooting videos on the phone, it's being viewed on their phone, not being viewed on a TV screen, not even being viewed on a computer screen. So just use your phone. Your phone is the best camera that you have, right? And just start documenting what you do. You know, if you like to cook, show yourself cooking. If you like to work out, show that. If you like cars and you go to car shows, you know, highlight that. Um, Highlight your life, you know. And some people, it's so funny because I like to talk about Mike Goldberg, right? Mike Goldberg was a little stiff on camera. Shout out, Mike Goldberg. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, by the way, Mike Goldberg, if you're watching, go out and post a video, please, and collaborate with us. We need a video this morning on the wall. But Mike Goldberg, when he first started to create content maybe 2 years ago, was very stiff. He was afraid of how he would look on camera. He was afraid of not looking professional or whatever. And I've had some conversations with him. One of his goals this year was to deliberately create content every single day and put content out every single day. And if you look at his wall, he is always creating content. And some of it, you could see how in the beginning he was still a little bit stiff, but now, man, he's every single day he's creating his own content with his phone. He's adding the captions onto it, adding graphics into his video content. It looks really, really, really good. And that's just because he made a decision that he knew he needed to create this show who he is and establish himself as a lending, mortgage, and real estate professional online. Because once you come in contact with a client or you come in contact with a customer, the first thing they do after you get done with that first conversation is they go out and they Google you and they try to find you on social media. And if you don't have a library of content ready to go, you could be the most professional. You could be one of the top producing loan officers. But if you don't have content ready or a library of content that people can look at, establishing yourself as a consummate professional, guess what? They automatically prejudge you and say, I don't know if this person's ready to, that good. It's just one of those things that you have to do it.
Yeah, man, because you technically lose some credibility. And you know what? For those new loan officers that are starting their social media presence, or they feel that they're not, number one, or feel that they have to walk around with a film crew, get yourself a Nike shirt. Just do it. The evolution will come. The evolution will come. You could still pick out some of the most, I want to say, prominent social media guys out there, and you could still pick certain things where, they should have edited here, or you saw the green screen here, or there was a picture here where he stuttered or cleared his throat or something like that. Like, who cares about all of that? Doesn't have to be perfectly edited all the time. On the contrary, we're talking about making things personal. That's as personal as you could possibly be. Your evolution with your cameras, I got Obi-Wan on the other side here because I've learned most of my stuff from Ronnie. And even though I've learned most of it from Ronnie and I use the systems and I have the updated cameras and not just the cell phone, there are still times where you could go into my videos and see it a little bit grainy, or you'll see a little bit of a green screen. Like, don't stop, because once you stop and you start, redoing the edits and it could be a burden on you, but don't let it happen. Get in front of the camera and just go. Don't be anybody else but you. And that's an important message too, because even when you're going out to networking events, or you're talking to realtors, or you're talking to referral partners, you're trying to be something that you're not, they could see right through it. And even though you're trying to do your best, you know what I mean? You're trying to do your best. You're trying to have your best face on, you know what I mean? It could come off as if you're trying to act. You might not have 100%. The vocabulary. You might not.
So let me ask you this question. Easy.
You might not have the proper speech, but the best thing I could tell you is be you, and then hang out with the crowds that are going to help you be successful. Because who you hang out with determines everything. If you want the vocabulary, go get the vocabulary. But go get the vocabulary by sitting next to someone, by talking to someone, by getting out of your comfort zone that might already have that, and you could learn from them. Eric Thomas said it best. Right now he's one of the best speakers in the country. But as he was coming up, people were telling him, you're not going to be Zig Ziglar, you're not going to be Tony Robbins, you're not going to be these guys because you don't know the language. So this guy, instead of thinking about, I'm going to go get, the paper, I'm going to go get the diploma, I'm going to go get it, he didn't care about that. He wanted to go get the vocabulary. He wanted to learn the speech part. So when it comes to social media, it's not comfortable, but it will be. The evolution will come,
Yeah, I agree. Let me ask you a question. By the way, I was trying to jump into your diatribe there, and you wouldn't let me speak. I kept on trying to cut you off. I guess whatever you were saying was so passionate that I just let you go. Yo, just put in the chat. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yep.
That's a great quote. Let me ask you a question. I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about who on the home team has really good social media presence, and then who in our business you think has really good social media presence. Like I'm on the home team, I'm going to rattle off some names who I think do a really good job. I think Goldberg does a really good job of being consistent with it. I think Michelle Coleman in New Jersey does a really good job. And Michelle Coleman is kind of in my division, right? You know, when we get a little bit older, sometimes it's a little bit harder. Like we ain't doing no TikTok dances, although Michelle can get down.
I love that lady.
Yeah. Juan Santana does an excellent job of being consistent and constantly posting, right? And what Juan does that's really good is he uses a system where shout out to Michelle. See that in the chat. I love that. Juan does a really good job of cross posting onto LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Every single day he has something going up, right? It's really good. Super Liza, up there in New York, another one just constantly posting. Samantha Melendez, right? She's great. Samantha Roach, great. I think you do a really good job of posting, and I think that we've seen. I got to say that like Harold Delcom up in Orlando, he just had a great month. I think he closed like almost $2 million, and he's been seeing his business just rise exponentially over the past, I don't know, 6 months since we made the jump to movement. He's seen his business rise, and he's been doing a lot of social media. He even did the song, which was good. Who do you think on the home team does a good job of their social media content?
It's so good, man. You alluded to Harold, man. We've got some offices that are seasoned, right? And then we have some offices that are kind of brand new. I want to say started really getting under the, getting their traction. I want to say like 12 months ago. Man, it's such a beautiful thing to see those new offices just friggin', pick up just, how do I put it? Enjoy the fruits of their labor. You know what I mean? Because that Orlando branch, I mean, I've had these guys in my trainings, and I can tell you they started where they're not right now, and seeing that involvement, crazy, right? So I'm giving a shout out to the Orlando branch before I answer your question. But yeah, man, social media wise, I mean, look, I really like the mortgage MVP. I think Victor Ayala really, really does a good job at social media, and not only with what he put, but the content that he posts, right? Like the educational content that they post. I want to say that an educational post is probably the best form of posting, at least in our kind of industry. Kayla Cruz, another one that she does a good job. I mean, there's a lot of who I missed.
I forgot about Kayla.
Who I missed?
And
hasn't been back yet.
Who's that?
I missed the knock, bro.
Yo, where's Tinny Ben? Tinny moved back to. I guess they don't have doors up in Pennsylvania in the Philadelphia area.
Get him. Oh, well, this is what happens when you're live. But yeah, man.
Hold on.
What were you gonna say? Now I got you. You're back.
I'm back. Okay, yeah. Oh, whew, man. Thank God I had to turn on the other microphone. I don't know what happened. My mics just went out there. That was crazy.
Just
that was a little absurd.
Recorded.
I know. You know who does a really good job and hit me up yesterday and sent me some content? Carla Correa in the Orlando office.
Yep.
She does a really good job. She's in like part of the business development team. And then out in Suffolk County on Long Island, Jackie Gabriel, Jacqueline, or as I like to say, Jaqueline. Does a really good job whenever she's on camera. In fact, I got to finish editing some videos I shot for them when I was up there a couple of weeks ago. Does a really good job. She comes across on camera really well. Steve Klein, another one, really, really consistent with his posting.
Heck yeah.
Although I heard that his wife.
Elena Donato, I think does great
Yes.
in front of the camera. Supernatural. I mean,
Yes.
she does great in front of camera too. So I got to give a shout out to Elena Donato if you out there. Oh, your mic again. Your mic again. But yeah, Elena Donato, you put a camera in front of her and you just say go. And that's the thing with you, Ronnie, right? Because that's how it's almost like you showed me that way. You come up to me, you put a camera in front, hey, let me ask you a question. And then you just have
Yeah.
to go. You be ready. That girl
Yeah.
always ready.
I was going to say Juana Diaz. Juana Diaz, I think she's in Pennsylvania, I want to say. Does a really good job of consistently creating content. Well, yes, Regine Marciman. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Regine too. And you were talking about it earlier about mortgage, right? Like, who wants to talk about mortgage? I tell these people all the time, we try to make it as fun as possible, man. But in a crowd of thousands of people, there's really nobody going to raise their hand and say, hey, I want to be in debt $500,000. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So coming up with the content to continue to go to your realtor's offices, to talk about, like you said, credit, mortgage, insurance. Regine, I'm going to give you a shout out. And I keep saying it. I say it in all my classes. She's figured it out. It's not just about mortgage. Yeah. This girl will go to her realtor partners on a Friday, wheel in a speaker, and do some karaoke with her realtors. You know what I mean? Like, it's above and beyond just regular mortgage conversations, man. You know?
And you know, you know who else does a really good job? Lexi the Lender. And who's the other one? We have another one up in New Jersey. Who's the other female
Lexi the Lender's a boss, man. You see her with the cars and everything.
Okay, perfect. It's a good talking point, right? Because we all have our passions outside of what we do here in the mortgage world, right? So Lexi the Lender is passionate about cars. You know, I think she even sells cars, but like, you know, it's not like she's working at the Ford dealership. Like, she sells high-end exotic automobiles, and a lot of her content is a mix between her personal life, you know, luxury automobiles, and also mortgages, right, and real estate. It's a great combination because it keeps people engaged. You know, one trick I could tell people to do, you know, if you don't want to post a lot of your personal life, go to real estate listings. And here's where I think that realtors have a little bit of an advantage in creating content, right? So there's a lot of people outside of the home team, a lot of realtors that I follow, and they have really good content. Down here, there's a realtor. Her name is Renata Esmeralda. You can tell just by how I say the name, you know, her content is, you know, it's definitely Miami. Let me put it that way. But she's always in high-end listings and always doing walkthrough videos. That content is engaging. Peter Ancona down here gets millions of views on YouTube, just doing, you know, and built his entire business. Basically, guy from Queens, I think he's from Howard Beach or Ozone Park or something, moved down here, you know, years ago, and just goes out and showcases high-end real estate. A tip that I would give people if they don't want to really be on camera a lot and don't want to show a lot of their personal lives, go to listings and just do walkthrough videos and post the walkthrough video with the link, tag the realtor in it.
And one of the things that are missing too is the usage of our M3 and the usage of Photo Expert. Like, if you're not one of these people that want to be in front, it's very important, right? But just like we had Sam on the other day, Sam's figured it out. She knows what her talents are. She knows how she generates business, right? And that's really important, especially for ULOs that are new or trying to figure, you know, what your talents are in this industry. If you're originating loans, banging out the phones, that's your talent. If you're originating loans, in person to in person, belt buckle to belt buckle, you're out there, you're just in people's faces, that's your talent, right? So if you're one of these people that don't like to be on social media, your CRM that we have right here is powerful. So much content automatically built in, right? Not only with the integrations with BombBomb and different things like that, but you can sniper market your real estate partners and your
Right.
referral partners through M3 versus the social media.
Well, how about this, right? Combine Social 3, combine M3. It was a rough night listening. Combine M3 with your social media, right? So you in M3, which for those of you that don't know, it's Total Expert, our own branded proprietary system, but it's built on Total Expert. So you can connect all of your social media platforms and do your posts, your official posting through M3, where it'll post basically automatically for you, which is tremendous. Right? I think that's what Juan does. Juan Santana does that. Use your, let's say like you want to try to gain some traction on what you're posting on social media, embed your post into an email and send it out, right? Like, let me ask you a question, easy. I'm not to put you on the spot. This is number 6, right? This is a podcast, Home Team Huddle number 6, correct? How many contacts do you have in M3?
Right now, I want to say about 600 to 1,000.
That's it.
That's it.
How many contacts do you have in your phone?
Give it to me. A hell of a lot more. A hell of a lot
Right.
more. A hell of a lot
So
more.
let's say you have 1,000 contacts in M3 right now, right? This is podcast number 6. Have you did a copy and paste to any of the podcasts and sent it out to your database and said, hey, check out what we got going on. Always looking for guests. Have you done that yet?
I have not done that, and I actually had a conversation. I've had a conversation with one of our LOs, and literally, I want to say like 2 days ago, and they're like, "Do you have a YouTube channel? Why aren't you posting these things up?" And I'm like, "You're absolutely correct. I have a ton of video content, but my
Right.
YouTube channel slacking. Obviously, the M3 you're giving it to me, but I'm humble."
Have you cross-posted? Have you taken these the podcasts and reposted it onto your Facebook wall? Have you sent it out as a blast text message? So like these are like little things that take no effort or zero effort whatsoever that our teams should be doing, right? Like while we were sitting here on the podcast, I put it onto the home team's LinkedIn page. I put it onto my LinkedIn page. I put it onto my Facebook page just to try to engage people and increase viewership. There are so many little things that people should be doing with their content that they're just not doing. And it's like, why are we not doing this? Like, it's so easy to do. Why are we not doing it? Right? I mean, it's just basic common sense. And I think
you said earlier with Juan, right? How Juan's disciplined enough to like post on all the platforms, right? You could take the same video, the same content that you just put up on your IG or on your Facebook, copy and paste the content, put it in there, paste the video in there. It's all about calendar discipline, really. You know what I mean? And that's what I find that helps people out.
It's about calendar discipline, but it's also about using tools that are readily available to you. Like we have it directly in M3, where you can connect all of your social media accounts and post straight through M3 automatically. Why are you not doing it? Why, anytime that Anthony Dixon and I have sessions with, and we do like an M3 review with the loan officers, my mind is blown that people aren't doing that, right? There's systems that are out there. You can go, if you have a Facebook business account, right, which costs nothing, by the way, you can go out and calendar all of your posts for the month, right, on Facebook and Instagram. Or you spend an hour on August 1st or September 1st and calendar out your posts for the rest of the month. Why aren't people doing that? That we have systems like MailChimp and Loomly and a few other ones, Constant Contact, right, that cost $20 a month. Right? Of course, people will go out and spend $20 on Starbucks, but they won't spend $20 a month on something to go out and make their business better. Where you could sit there and say, okay, I want this posted onto Facebook. I want this posted onto Facebook and LinkedIn, but I want this on Instagram and TikTok. Why are people not doing it? Just simple ways to increase your presence on social media, and yet people, I don't know if they're afraid to use these services, don't know that they exist, or whatever, but it drives me crazy when I see that people aren't using these services and they have the content, but they're just not posting it.
And not to create any excuses for them, but I would really have to say that it's a discipline factor. Yep. You know what I mean? It really is a discipline factor, especially us, man, that we came from, a place that really didn't have, the toys that we have now. And yes, I call them toys. Because they are in-house toys for us to play with and just try to do better. Everything that we've been talking about, M3, Total Expert, these are toys to make your business grow. It's just the fact that
100%.
you have to have the discipline to use them, right? But most importantly, you got to get with the people that are already using it, right? And that can help you with the content, navigate. I'm going to give a shout out to Nate. Nate's been great for us. Nate the Great, right? Now we got Anthony Dixon on our side. Been on our team for forever, right? These are people that you should really reach out to. They're all approachable. You know, I'm going to say that all the time. These are people that you should really reach out to and try to touch them and schedule an appointment with them. Go into their calendar, schedule an appointment with them. How do I start? You know what I mean? And then start is one thing, but then having the discipline to continue every day is another. You talked about Goldberg. Goldberg has the discipline. He's shown it. He's literally posting he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Some of us haven't, right? You got to be humble enough to fall on the sword and understand that there's improvement everywhere. Nobody's perfect, right? Facebook Live, social media lives, everybody's having a good time. All the realtors are literally popping bottles and everybody's going on vacation in Tulum.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little bit faker than what you think. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Right? And that provides a false sense of advertising too. It's like, wait a minute, I want that lifestyle. I could do that. No, if you could do that, you know, you'd be in it already. Not everybody.
It takes $0 to go out and create content. And it doesn't even have to be video content. Between Canva and some of the other platforms that are out there, creating content, ChatGPT. If you go into ChatGPT and just type in, give me an idea for 10 mortgage posts this week, and then take that, go into Canva, create the mortgage post, throw your picture on it, boom, there you go. You've got a full week of posts. It doesn't take a lot of money. In fact, it's basically free. It doesn't take a lot of energy to go out and do any of this and create content to establish yourself or just keep yourself in front of people. And that's the bottom line. And that's what the whole purpose, how much does a Facebook account or an Instagram account cost? Nothing, right? How much does a TikTok account cost? Nothing. Right? How much does it cost to download, Sarah Middleton? Oh, by the way, shout out to Sarah Middleton. She just got named, in fact, I don't want to screw this up.
Housing Wire,
Sarah
right?
Middleton, yeah, Housing Wire just named her as the Women of Influence 2023. By the way, Sarah Middleton's our Chief Growth Officer. She just got named by Housing Wire. Incredibly honored. I mean, she's great. If you don't follow her on social media, follow her. She's awesome. But she sends out a daily email with a post for us to copy and share. You can put your picture onto it. In fact, I see a lot of people, they put it into Canva, they throw their picture onto it, and they put it onto their walls. It's there. It takes less than 3 minutes to take that, throw your picture onto it, throw your contact info onto it. Boom, there you go. The tools are there. It's so simple to do. You just have to create that discipline, like you said, Easy.
Hell yeah, man. Just get yourself a Nike shirt and just do it. Well, guys, you already know it's live. It's a show. Is it going to go as planned all the time? Man, we're trying to make it happen. Check your emails. All right. The newsletter already went out, so you can see our future shows, who the guests are that are going to come on and rock and roll with us. We got a show coming up on Monday. It's awesome. It is the home buying process, episode 2, right? So you guys heard from our title agent. You heard from Susan Wright, our in-house appraiser. Now you are going to hear from our guest insurance company and our credit repair guru, Chris Colston. Chris Colston is awesome. For those of you in our backyard down here in South Florida, Chris Colston pretty much works with NFL, NBA, and MLMB, like all the athletes that you can possibly think of, all the sports that you can possibly think of. They fly him out to educate new athletes, even the veterans, right, on how to manage and work on their credit. He's going to be on with us on Monday. Guys, Hit the Streets is here. I wanted to give a quick shout out to those top 3 performers on Hit the Streets. If you don't know, now you know. There's been so many communications about Hit the Streets. We got Mike Chuyin, we got Chris Alessio, and we got Anna Talise. Listen, these guys are making it happen. All right. So hit the streets. It should be on your teams. Get involved. In any case, you already know it's your boy. It's another home team huddle. We will see you on Monday. Thanks for being on, Ronnie.
Yo, this was good. It was a little impromptu. I think we shared some good knowledge, and looking forward to the next one. Everybody, please add a comment, copy and paste, share this on your walls. Make sure you get the message out. Home Team Huddle every Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Yeah.